#1 Ooredoo Thunder facing off against OG. Lots of good lucks, lots to have funs, and the team's ready to pause.
Little pause, what do you know? You know, we didn't have enough in the last series, but we only had like 2 or 3 later on. We have some more good lucks coming out as, yeah, I'm sure these teams are well aware and well accustomed. They've scrimmed each other a lot. Should all be very happy to be in this position, to be playing for the major. So I'm sure that they're all very, you know, excited for this game to come out, as we're gonna get right back into it.
And the thing that I think is super interesting about that too is sort of the pathway that these two teams have taken to get here, where they both feel like they've gotten a lot better as the season has gone on. And that's kind of been the story of this tour, I feel like, is that there's been a ton of teams that sort of struggled initially. Ooredoo Thunders obviously getting that early win against Gaimin and all these other things that were going on. There is a huge wraparound going on. 10 heroes on the top side of the map. We will see if they run into each other. Ooredoo, though, underneath a ward now. So OG know what's happening.
Okay, some big old 5v5 early on as Yuragi just spawning his tree and is going to run to his lane later on, as they're still waiting around on OT. They're just hiding.
And TA2000.
Okay.
Going to get scouted there. They see him going on the side, and they're going for another wraparound of their own. So they're going to try and hold this, but coming in from the other side, Chu is there. Runs right into a couple of them. Can they chase him down? Woiter, he's in very far. Going to get blocked in by a couple of these trans. The body blocks, they are solid, but will it be enough? It doesn't quite look like it. So OT, they're going to get away, it looks like, with maybe 3 bounty runes?
1, 2. Yep, should be 3.
Well done.
Could maybe think, okay, there could be some more pressure, but it's just people looking at each other. But OT, they do grab themselves 3 bounty rooms, which of course is very good for them. I have my eyes in this early game a little bit on Chu. I feel like this Bad Rider mid, they should really try to help him out. And with Nature's Prophet in a safe lane, perhaps he's going to be able to be freed up a little bit. Maybe you can gank mid around the 3, 4, 5 minute mark. So that's something that I'm looking for.
Well, and that is something I wanted to ask you about a little bit, was this Bat Rider versus Death Prophet matchup. We saw so much talking. The panel was speaking about, are they going to switch this up? Is this going to be a DP mid, or is it going to be switched to the off lane? What do you like about DP out of the mid in this game, and how do you think his matchup goes against BZM?
So Death Prophet really doesn't like Bat. It's annoying in the lane. It's also annoying in the game because you get like pulled into a team and then you can get bursted. You don't really want to like randomly pop your BKB. For them, they shoved it into the mid lane in order to get this Tidehunter, which is very good against the OG's heroes. Tide against Beast is great. You can't really get lassoed. You'll always break free. You're good against the Natures, but as we mentioned before, it is very slow with your own draft. So they need to get to this timing nicely, and then their draft will be A-okay.
Well, right now, getting right onto Taiga, but they turn and try and find Kaori. Going to be able to find and pull him back. Another couple of punches is all they need.
Access.
And
they got
first blood. Taiga picks it up.
All right, level 1 lift. This is why you don't always go for the same skill build, my friends. Be creative.
Nice little bit of flame. I love that.
Has to be.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I also have been griefed at times with sadness. But let's see. TA2000 already down to half HP, and DM will be able to get that deny there as Kaori tries to get a little bit of punishment. Runs right back into the lane. And it's going to put the hurt to Taiga a bit as they're pulling the creep way back.
He just wants to continue to body in this lane. I love that DM has a Ring of Basilius down here to just spam out the Naga. Top lane, I think, should be good for OG. You have a lot of harass coming out with the Impetus. You have Treants. So early on, this is a lane where Tidehunter can struggle. It's a lot about how you get to this level 4 like pretty nicely, maybe with a Ring of Health. And then you're just going to be chilling in this lane.
If he can get off to that hot start there and sort of sit in front of these towers, Yuragi's going to be much less effective with his movements around the map. We can peek back in briefly onto mid and what's going on there. 11-6 on the Death Prophet versus the 5-2. So the early laning at least going very much into Noob's favor. This
is definitely what you want to see happen, and it is fairly normal as Bad Rider's early damage. It's really dumpster tier. It's like 40 base damage. So Noob doing a good job. You can always out-trade. You just stand your ground and you hit. But level 4, 5, 6, every minute that goes on, Bad Rider's matchup just keeps getting better and better against DP.
Right now, at least, Ooredoo Thunder having a very good time across all of the lanes. Taiga, again, runs right into Kaori. Going to be able to trade some hits pretty effectively with him, actually, there. And forces back the clockwork. So Rubik still standing tall in this lane. Ooh. are able to get the TP out, but that is going to mean Tidehunters left alone for a little while in this lane against Chu and Yuragi.
Yep, he should be okay. I really like the skill build on the Tide with the 2 levels in Kraken Shell against these Treants, maybe the Summons. Just 2 range heroes. You can just be A-okay in this lane, just tank it up. You can see that he doesn't really care. This could also free up your Disruptor to stack some Ancients, maybe go to mid, help there, as Kayori in a bit more trouble. Just gonna cog away Taiga for the time being.
Farming up these illusions too on the Rubik afterwards. And a courier kill from Chu.
Easy snipe.
Well done, well done. Yeah, at least at this early going, everything seems to be going kind of okay. Taiga, again, trading hits here, looking for a finish. Kaori in some trouble. Will they be able to find anything else? Doesn't look like it. I mean, already used up those spells. Taiga, nothing left in the tank.
Just gonna farm a single cog, get himself some more gold. As DM, yeah, this bottom lane, once you get these arcanes on Beast, we've seen a big shift of these Beast methods. You don't just rush the helm anymore. You can buy these arcanes with the +4-second spam, the waves, and you can really start to create a lot of problems for these illusion heroes, like your Naga Sirens, your Terror Blades, and yeah, it could be very annoying. Only 100 gold away.
As Omar gonna get found in the river too. The lane up there, a little bit better for him. Oh, miss a pill. Oh, able to survive through that one. But Yuragi trying to find him. Can't quite get in range.
Okay.
So teleportation used early here. It's a 60-second cooldown. Well, down bottom, talked about those arcanes and the pressure they can put on. Taiga is going to have to back away from Kaori and TA2000 as TM will back out of there. Doesn't quite have him yet, just the Bassi for the moment.
Big fan also when you skill net on these Naga Sirens, you can pressure early on in the lanes. And I do wonder if Chu wants to eventually look to perhaps leave this lane, because we talked about the Tide. He has 2 levels on Kraken Shell. He's doing pretty fine. And this is around the timing where you can really look to play around BZM, especially when the enemy mid is a Death Prophet, something that is more volatile.
Right, so much potential there. But he's also maybe thinking about trying to shut down this Disruptor, which he is chasing him out right now with the creep, trying to put a little bit of pressure back on the waiter there, but not really able to do all that much. As DM spams out the axes, Annette moving in, Taiga trying to keep him away, does have that lift if he needs to use it here, but saving it for the moment, instead wanting to go for the all-in play for the kill. Are they going to be able to do it though? Another round of axes in just a couple of seconds. DM finds the finish. And Taiga again living through it as DM survives.
Just very nice man up as mid. Oh, hello.
That is a big play. BZM gets brought down a little bit too late with that rotation from Chu.
Ooh, that is big from Noob. Like, you get this level 6, you communicate with Omar, yo bro, commit. Also, look at his build, the double crown. He's gonna go for the Atos again with the Magic Wand and the Siphons. He just baited BZM, and now their mid tower is taking quite a bit of pressure here.
Yeah, gonna try and hurricane them back into it. It's not doing that much, but maybe with numbers.
Oh, hello, Taiga's here, and Yuragi.
Yeah, they brought everybody. Chewy gets glimpsed back in, but that is going to be Noob fully healing off of everybody. They've already killed off Chew, but, well, they have enough damage to bring him down through a second regen life.
Really, really nice rotation by OG. You can just see why DP really hates these heroes. It's Taiga.
Oh, in some trouble. Kairi looks like he is going to be able to finally find him and try and bring him down, but no, gets away again. The battery assault not able to chase down that Rubik, and a bottle charge passed over from BZM. Glimpse, flame break, pushback, but it looks like with stick charges, he's going to be alive. Action-packed.
Yeah, everyone just saving each other, TPing around. Yuragi's already TP'd twice on this map around, ended up being mid. Very nice move there. As Wooter on the Tide, he's just kind of chilling, has his arcane boots, pulling his side camp, gonna have more farm in the lane. So, yeah, I would say that OT, in terms of the laning stage, they're doing a very good job.
Ooh,
Kaori.
He keeps on finding. Those two have just been having like a fisticuffs battle, going at each other constantly.
They really don't want a man down. They're just gonna continue to fight. That's Kaori, the more lucky one this time around. Doesn't even go back to base, gets himself a salve. He wants to instantly just run back out on the map on this clock.
Yeah, it feels like there's very much a sort of who's going to back down first mentality coming out from these teams. Ward taken away there in the mid lane, and almost that Atos completed, while at the same time NP sort of juggling, maybe worried about the rotations that could come out with Tide having 6.
Okay, Noob fishing a little bit. I'm a big fan of this double sentry ward in mid that OT is going for here. You really want to play through your DP here. Like, this mid matchup is so important in this game because whoever wins it is going to dictate the entire game. It's either the bat or the DP. They're helping him out. You can play around him. And once they have this Atos, this could be such a big deal for OT.
Right, last time that we saw this, it didn't end up working out that well, but I think it's because what you're talking about, the enemy mid sort of got off to a hot start, and Noob was never able to really make it work. Now, wondering if it's going to be the other way around. Kaori heads on in, going to get roared, chased down, and with the axes and a couple more hits, they will kill the clock.
Okay, DM getting himself some more gold, some stacks, hero gold. TA2000 is probably also okay with this. He's like, okay, tank the roar for me. I can continue to play in this lane. As DM is getting closer to this Dominator. I would say once they have this, they can, you know, try and start to slowly kick out TA2000 from this bottom area.
He's already sort of retreating back a bit, at least, to go and farm up the jungle slightly. It looks like those two mud golems got him pushed back.
Flame break?
I guess so.
They're just chilling, having a good time.
Dude, they're going to come and try and de-ward that. And
you're never going to figure it out.
Oh,
like,
my God.
They're just always going to... You're like, how does this keep being blocked?
Dude, how much... Oh, and yeah, he goes there to farm it, and he's like, guys, they're blocking camps. Come on, de-ward it.
It's new meta on Bad Rider. You just run around and figure out all the shenanigans of where to push the creeps. That'll be hilarious.
That's really interesting. Okay. Well, for now at least, 9 minutes in, you can see it's very even between these two teams.
Mid lane once more.
Trying to go on this. Omar has the glimpse and so many rotations towards mid, but BZM getting a little bit of separation. It's not enough. The Spirit Siphon was there the whole time through. Taiga onto Kaori. They also have a Chew creep on him. He's going to die, but Noob willing to dive behind the tower. Even the Tide Hunter right on in. Witter tries to find something. Chew is going to be there to soak up some of the damage as they lose another, and then the glimpse pullback again. So much value out of these exorcisms in terms of kills and with that Atos done, but they still haven't gotten the tower. It's probably not going to be for that much longer, though.
This is textbook gameplay from OT of how to really play around your mid laner when it's super important, as Yuragi's here. It's going to steal the rune away this time around. BZM is struggling. They need to help him out a little bit. He's getting close to his boots of travels, but what OT are doing right now is it's leading them into a really, really good mid-game.
And I mean, the other struggle thing is oftentimes we've seen Bat Riders make this play. Oh, are they going to go for him again? Oh, this would be really bad if they catch him here. And won't commit the glimpse yet. Uses it now. BZM decides to walk back in aggressively, finding Omar, able to connect onto him. And Taiga out with the Spirit Siphon damage. Takes down one.
Taiga can tank a couple of heroes, level 4 Spirit Siphon this early on in the game. We know how good it is. You don't have too much burst on OT. So next time around, maybe with a Static Storm or the Hookshot, probably want to try and kill Taiga. Otherwise, I think you can leave this little magic man alone, because he ain't gonna die that easy.
He had a really good game the other day on Rubik too, where he saw some Spirit Siphons get stolen, as OG, after having a good fight in towards mid, are going to start taking this bottom tower. So in spite of Bat Rider having a bit of a struggle sesh, it is the Beastmaster that, you know, takes out those Ancients, some of them at least, and are taking the tower. Yeah,
they're doing good. If Yuragi and DM can pressure the map so that BZM can, you know, either recover or B, look for 1 or 2 small pickups in between, because I don't know how comfortable he's going to feel on this ban to just run around now that Noob is so farmed on this DP already.
Yeah. That is a pretty big problem for them. And also you've got the natural tankiness coming out from a Tide Hunter building into, you know, the pipe soon, going for Greaves first. Like, you know, they're going to be hard to kill.
Yeah, I wonder how OG want to continue to play the next couple minutes. I would say one of the best things they can do is to try and push out the map a bit with your summons, go for a quick smoke pickoff with maybe the Roar or the Lasso, but OT are pretty well equipped. Like, they picked Naga Siren for a reason into this Bat Rider and Beastmaster just to be able to play the map more nicely. That's around mid. Well, that's a Roar.
Very well played.
He's definitely dead.
Well, you can't play the map if it's getting sucked up like this, although maybe if they bring numbers, you can. Good stomp onto the Tide, and all of the Spirit Siphons going out. Taiga just standing his ground amongst all of them. It's going to be a glimpse away from the Bat Rider, but they were not able to kill Taiga there. That's Exorcism used.
He baited Exo 80% HP and some TPs with just having Spirit Siphon.
How much damage did he do in that fight? He did 2,000 damage on the
probably
Rubik.
healed like 1,200 at the same time. So yeah, OT gonna try to get the mid tower with this Exo that is being used.
and that is Glyph back up and used now, so they won't have it available. Maybe they can find some punish here as Exorcism wears off, but the Ravage, the TP into Ravage, not what you want to see at all if you're an OG fan, as they start to fall quickly, but Taiga steals Static Storm, throws it back against them. Needs to get away from Death Prophet, while BZM finds the Clockwork away from the rest of the team, starts to bring him down low, and almost enough for the kill, will finally die. Taiga still alive, but finally brought down, as Ooredoo Thunder brought numbers, and Song to catch, DM all alone off to the side. He is also going to be in some trouble. Liking what they're seeing from their carry is OT. They're going to take down 4.
Oh, he deserves the tip. The fact that he doesn't run.
Omar, he's dying.
He got it. Easy snipe with the Treants and the Nature's Ult. I love the fact how TA2000 ran with the Song, that he just stutter step to the right to get like just close to the edge there, gets the Song on the Beastmaster, and OT very happy with that fight as OG Yuragi just kind of TPs into the, you know, the last seconds of the Exo and the Ravage. So yeah, OT just happily gonna take that one.
You can see esportsbet.io 1.3 to 2.9. Things feeling pretty good for Ooredoo Thunder with this Naga Siren. They're making space for her. She's top of the net worth. There is maybe some worry about like the tempo that could come out later. You've got this Midas on Nature's Prophet. If they can make those moves that you're talking about of like a TP onto a lane and trying to find kills, but it's not easy.
It's definitely not. It's not working out too well right now. I would say that OG scaling is not that bad at all. Like Naga, we've seen this hero struggle the later the game goes, and you have Nature's Prophet with the Beast Auras and the Lasso, and they will still always be able to find pickups with the bat around the map. But OT gonna look for a smoke themselves. They have the Atos and hookshot available.
Right.
Yuragi.
Hookshot it in, finds him with the Atos after, and no salvation here.
Nice
oh my god.
That was a very nice try.
Yeah, not able to do that.
Move into Roche with this?
Well, they're going to see the Treant. TA2000, Song of the Siren still on cooldown for 70. Now, they will know about that. But OG, I don't know if they're feeling comfortable going in to try and fight this. They're all on the other side of the map trying to take a tier 2 tower at the same time.
Yeah, I'm okay with them giving this up. I don't really think you need to defend this. You're getting farm on your heroes. You try to get this Overlord. BZM is going to try to work on the BKB. Yuragi is going to need to have a good couple minutes, because if he doesn't finish his BKB by the time OG want to fight, I don't think they can.
Well, and you know, when we were looking at the last round of heroes to pick, we were both talking about what we wanted to see out of a last pick. And one was like overwhelming damage that could sort of take down this Death Prophet in the Exo. She has had a really, really clean game. Only 1 death, and next going into the Shiva's Guard with Blink Dagger. I'm worried that she just might not die.
I mean, Nuba's having a crazy performance on this DP. I really like his items, his tankiness, his Tigers being rocket flared for now. Tries to TP. Can he block that? Very nice play.
Blocking the vision. That was good.
Taiga is a gamer.
But again, when the highlights are you not dying to a Naga Siren, it's maybe a testament to some other issues going on.
I mean, there is going to be a couple of things for OT where in the next minutes they're very strong. They have the Hood completed, they nearly have Greaves on the Tide, they can play the map with the Naga. OG need to get through this, try to get to their BKBs, and then aim for fights where, yeah, they're going to have to play a little more around the Batrider. I feel like BZM has had a little bit of a silent game, but that's more because OT has just been playing very well. Yeah, they've been playing very fast, bringing a bunch of heroes there mid to try and enable Noob. So for Ooredoo then, do you think that you sort of try and send heroes back to deal with this bottom tower? We're seeing Tidehunter around here a lot, or do they just try and shove it down in and take tier 2s? I'm okay with Tide doing this. As long they should do this until DP has Exo, and I think then you can look for a tower more aggressively. As TA2000, he's chipping down top, but there's no way OT should give up the bot tower. If OG stay here, you should just go here, sweep across the map, and kill them. Right. Yeah, they cannot fight them right now, is what it feels like for sure. And a 2,000 gold lead as Greaves are now done. This is a really good timing for Ooredoo. Chu, I don't believe, is going to be able to solo take down or do anything to where even with the TP in coming from Yuragi. I mean, this Tide is a huge problem. Wherever this guy is, it's OG cannot fight in that area whatsoever. At least for them, they're kind of keeping him here. Maybe at some point, OT would prefer to have just Naga illusions to deal with waves and then play together with their team. But they're smoking up, they're drawing down bottom, and I love this move from OT.
See what they end up finding here. Of course, Vision down, finding that Tidehunter, coming back into the lane. With the Treants, they will run into Chu, and that will be a kill that they will happily take. Don't even have to worry about the heal, because Chu hasn't skilled it.
There. Yeah, so he wants to deal the damage later on, which I'm pretty much okay with that sentiment. You're playing into this DP, into the Tide as well, so having pure damage and another source, especially with the Beast Aura. Let's not disrespect Eng Beast together, because they can be very strong.
And now it's TA2000 making the move into the Dire Ancients, and this is a really impressive play because you're not left with that many places to farm as Taiga tries to TP out, but the glimpse is going to be there. So they managed to kick him out of his own jungle, the whole team out of the jungle, and OG left scratching their heads. Where the hell are we supposed to be? Yuragi knows.
Enemy Ancients, baby. Yeah, it's dodge time. You cannot fight them. Look at BZM hiding top, DM trying to run down bottom, Yuragi TPing into the enemy Ancients to farm there, so you can tell that it doesn't feel too easy. But for OT, they didn't get a tier 2 yet with this EXO. They're gonna be... I feel like they should be looking for it more. They can use TA2000 because he is so strong. His heart is flying out right now.
Jeez.
There's 2 heroes that OG cannot kill right now. Both Naga and Tide. Maybe even DP, I'm not sure.
If they'd add a third.
Yeah.
Depending on how this goes. Now, Batrider does have BKB if he needs
Yuragi.
it. They've caught him.
Yeah, it's BKB.
Do they want to use this now? He just turns and actually fights and brings down Kaori. Okay. TA2000, though, catches everybody in the song and will be able to TP out of that one. So a fight that could have gone well for OG will be denied to them, and Ooredoo going to recollect themselves.
Okay. I like the little switch up from Noob to go for the Lotus Orb. He may still go for the Shivas after, but Lotus against the Bat, against the Roar, just to purge it from yourself. Because it looks like he wants to play without BKB, but then you still need to address the Bat, which you do with the Purge, so I like to switch up.
It is a little bit interesting, though. You know, sort of almost looking more like the off-lane Death Prophet build. I guess there's also the Atos in there, so all this looks a little funky, but however it looks, it's working right now for him.
Ooh, they have Bongo Boots already on Omar. My man's having a good time. It's only 20 minutes, so that's very big, especially against these heroes from OG. There's like some random slows from the Eng, the sticky napalms, just to be able to reach as BZM gets Atos.
We'll be able to walk away from that one. The glimpse, holding on to that BKB. That is a lot of value to be able to keep yourself alive without having to pop that.
Oh, some big balls from BZM for sure. He must have been watching the Tide very closely. He tried pump faking it once, still didn't fall for it. So yeah, I would say OG are doing a good job at holding the map. I would like to see OT split up a little more. Let Naga deal with the lanes, run around with your clock, kind of as they are doing now.
They will find one, wanting to get 2, but it's the TP out already for the Beastmaster. Leaves his creeps behind. Don't know if they're going to be able to do quite enough damage to take down the tower, though, here. Wants to push the creep wave in so it can backdoor, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Maybe in towards mid, though. Finding that Disruptor, or Disruptor finding BZM. The hook shot to follow. Good damage with the pushback, and BZM ends up dying. No reason to pop that BKB as he was already gone.
OT are doing a lot of good things, and in the last couple of minutes, even though OG have done a good job at kind of holding the map, I don't really see what they're playing towards right now. I was thinking maybe they want to wait for the BKB blink on the Bat to then go for pickoffs, because right now they have double BKBs completed, and they're still not really showing me that they want to fight.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what they're waiting for or what they're communicating right now, because BZM, he's not having a good game. They're not helping him at all.
No, it's been a tough one for sure. And right now, you can see that even though this net worth is like 5,000 gold, not a huge issue, when you can't kill heroes, it becomes a pretty serious problem in terms of re-establishing yourself on the map. And this is going to be that tier 2 tower dropping very low. BZM thinking about running out there, but won't go for it.
Okay, so they're looking now with a smoke. The problem is the Tide, you can't really go on him until later if you have a Silver Edge. That's going to be a very big win condition that is something they could talk about and play for. But for now, their catch isn't really that good. On OG, you don't have a Blink Dagger.
And he has a pipe,
they
too.
They are so tanky.
This is really hard to do, but if they find Kaori, this is a decent one to start with. The Roar immediately bringing him down with the Ancient Creep. So they find 1 kill. Can they get more? BZM still not wanting to pop that BKB. TA2000 catches him with the net, extending this fight a little bit longer. OT, it looks like they're going to retreat back and won't take this fight. And of course, with OG, they don't really have a lineup that can force it.
No, definitely not. Good. Luckily for them, they still haven't lost a tier 2 tower yet. I would say that's going to be on top of the list for OT to try and check it off. Take a tier 2, take this outpost. It's going to help you tremendously to play the map, because you're in such a good position. Like, if I'm this tied, I feel like I have freed real estate. If I'm Naga Siren, I feel like I can go anywhere and nothing can happen to me.
Do you think, though, that with the items that start to come out on OG, like, do we need to see Ooredoo start to keep this pressure on and actually sort of convert it into towers? Or are they comfortable just sitting back as Kaori, well, Taiga actually catches himself in the cogs, and now TA2000 goes with the song. What are they going to try and do here with the Static Storm down? Saves it, pops that BKB, walks away, still have that Ravage ready to go. Silence on the Taiga, and the TP out from everybody else. Hook shot in, not going to connect. So they only lose one for Static Storm being dropped down. Keep a hold of that Ravage, though.
Yeah, good job by OT to try and push OG out of here. The 2 BKBs being popped, that's definitely a big deal. And to talk again about, sure, OG are going to have some items coming out that will help them, but I feel like no matter what for OT, you're so strong, you should feel like you can go nearly wherever. Like OG, they don't deserve much, so you should keep wanting to just keep on pressing forward.
Keep that aggression going. TA2000 takes the first tier 2 tower of this game. Well, down bottom, NP Treants are pushing it out, but the 4-staff DM, it's a little bit of separation there, but eventually they will have his number, although TP's out. He barely gets out of there. Oh my god, he lives. And on the other side, Kaori goes down. Okay. Yuragi tries to back away. Is going to get that Sprout on to Noob. And, well, blink away. Taiga keeps himself alive. Chews in no man's land, but does have a 4-staff. Down bottom, they're taking that tower. Noob take the tier 2, and he's stuck there for the moment. Tries to TP out, and he will manage to. Chu still looking for the chase down. Somehow, OG are grinding this fight down a little bit into their favor. But I actually don't know if it is or not. The Static Storm drops, not a ton of damage followed up yet, but their lift back keeps him away for the moment from BZM. Now the Roar finally used. Yuragi turns, wants to fight, punching away at the TA2000 and onto this Tidehunter. They have enough damage. The BKB held for so long, and finally, TA2000, the unkillable, gets brought down. Okay. What the hell was that fight, man?
What even... Okay, so there was some stuff going on mid. Kaori was in a triangle. He already died. The Noob ends up getting cliffed. OG did a very good job at kiting this fight and holding their BKBs for like 20+ seconds.
Yeah, that was really impressive to see. And again, it felt that grinding out action almost, where it's just nothing happening for a long time, but eventually they outlasted, which I didn't think was going to happen against like Pipe Greaves.
I guess OT, they ran a little bit out of steam. They need Noob to be in these fights with the EXO, but once he was cliffed, as he's looking for BZM, who doesn't have a BKB, Kaori is coming.
Gotta back out, gotta get away, hook shot, ooh!
Easy dodge.
Swing away and a miss. And BZM looks to be escaping from here, although the glimpse gets vision. BZM, he's not gonna get pulled back in. Omar's just a little bit late to the party while OG are taking Roach. Oh my god.
They're back, baby.
The old switcheroo. They pop the flare, which scouts it, and oh, wait a minute now.
Hold up.
Can they do anything here? EXO still on cooldown for 20 seconds. I mean, this is a little bit scary. They're going to pop the net on the creep, and, well, Taiga, he's going to be glimpsed and killed off. So another support sacrificed as Kaori dies to BZM. This game is absolutely wild.
Oh, this game just flipped right on its head. OG won a fight and get the second Roche. They got Aegis, they got the Shard as well. Yuragi is about to have a Satanic finish up. And the next item, Silver Edge, it's going to make a big difference. Suddenly, you can kill the Tide. You can break him, you can bring him in with the lasso. OT, there might be too many defensive items coming out. Lotus, Halberd, your Naga has Hard, Butterfly. The last minutes have not been good for OT. They need to try to reset right now because OG's tempo and momentum is really big. He has the bongo queued up.
Oh, the bongo.
The bongo man.
Let's go. DM, he saw him last series. He's like, 33 knows what's up. I got to play some some drums.
He was like, I saw that shit, and that's good. I better do it too.
Dude, against the Naga Siren, he's just going to drum those little illusions away.
I mean, we'll see how good it is. Naga has hard, and there's a Pyth and Grease, but okay. I'm down to, again, be surprised.
See, this is the thing. You're memeing, and I'm serious. This is a problem.
No, this is great. Don't worry, this is great.
All right, well, 2,000 gold lead right now for OG. And at the next couple of minutes, it really does feel like it's going to be DM caught for a moment there. Oh, needs to be careful. Oh, the silence right on that Ravage before he got it out in time. And now DM trying to stay alive, backs away, TP out. Oh, that could have been tragic, but they get away with all of their heroes. And it was a buyback on Clock.
And Exo.
Oh, the glimpse back, though.
He has BKB.
Uragi.
And Satanic and Aegis.
Turns, wants to fight this.
Oh, that was not good.
But do they have enough to sort of turn this again? Ravage is out
Great
immediately.
Ravage.
They try and chase this down. In trouble. Taiga going to get pulled in by the Clockwork. And Ooredoo Thunders, they're not done with them yet. They take down 2 heroes, maybe going to find a third even.
As well.
As Chu in some trouble. Ooh, a good stomp, though, as he 4-staffs down to the low ground to get away from trouble. And will they be able to find him? Just a little out of vision. Sproink, run! Sproinking away. He gets up to the north as they go down south.
Okay, huge fight for OT. Great buyback from Kaori. He understands, okay, Uragi's in a weird spot. I'm going to buy back. I can come back in. And it definitely a mistake, popping the Satanic and BKB before he died there. Perhaps, you know, you die with the Aegis, you come back up. But OT, they use it, win the fight, run down mid, and get the tier 2. And now it's Outpost time.
Time to head on in there. You can see this Dota Plus win probability, 78% right now. Feeling very full of themselves. And it's hard not to see why. I mean, after the early good start that we've seen from this team and having the Naga Siren closing down these lanes, the fights just feel a lot harder for OG to win because they can't outlast the Exorcism, whereas that's kind of what happened in that first big skirmish.
They need to either outlast it or try to create a win condition with some of these items, as we touched with maybe the Silver Edge or a Blink on Bad, which BZM doesn't seem like he has any intention of building that yet as DM.
Ooh, tries to get around the creeps. DM TP's out. His creeps are keeping him alive. Does he get the angle on it? No, he blocks it. All right, DM able to escape. Does cost the bounty of 250 gold, but a good play.
Pretty nice getaway with his micro, forcing like 3-4 TP, showing his team everyone on the entire map. BZM gonna pick up another active rune. He's doing pretty well for himself now. He has recovered, and the Blink Dagger is queued up for later on. I wonder if DM is going to swap his item build, because I feel like you should look to help your Nature's Prophet.
Okay.
Maybe you go the other bongos. You buy an actual drums, or you buy an AC for your Nature's Prophet. Some stuff like that, but let's wait.
This is new tech.
That is new tech.
Interested to see how it goes, because the other thing is, like, maybe it's that extra bit of damage that takes Death Prophet down that much quicker or something. It all depends on how he tries to play it, I guess.
He might just kill everyone.
Yeah, that's
it could happen.
Too. Yeah, sure.
Oh,
oh, God. And that's the Hex reveal of TA2000 as the Static Storm is down. And the Enchantress going to pass away. But you look at this sort of ball-up group of energy coming from Ooredoo Thunder and how strong they can be. You start to get worried, making sure that all of your heroes have buyback at the ready in case you get brought down. Could be buildings gone very quickly.
I like the later items right now from TA2000. The Hex to help you play the map, get these pickups. He also has the Shard queued up. Because I would say eventually, he kind of knows that they're not going to kill him first. They're going to try to kill this Tide, kill the DP. When they do that, you can try to song quickly, you know, sleep some of the OG heroes who aren't BKB, but also heal the person that they're going on. So right now, I think TA2000 is kind of nailing what he has to do. Noob wants to buy a Blink. Would also like to see that the overwhelming, like, just go in once Naga does find the Hex.
If they can do that and just sort of focus down one of these core heroes, it feels like that would be quite solid. And sets up on him. That's an easy bring down. Omar in trouble, but Hex now onto Taiga. TA2000 showing up to this one. Will try and force staff and stay alive, but not going to happen. And the hook shot from downtown finds him. Does have the BKB at the ready. Saving it for the moment as he gets ready to BKB and then TP out. And that was Exo used too.
Ooh, that was very close. Kaori, he sniffed him out with the rocket. Does cancel his TP, but Uragi patiently waits with the BK and the secondary TP. Luckily, he's playing the one here that can still get out after you do get cancelled.
DM trying to get away, does not want to get caught by this clockwork hook shot. Still on cooldown for 15 more seconds. And less than 1,000 gold separating these two teams with, what, 39 kills in
They're looking on Noob.
32 minutes. They get him, looking for that flame break. Push back, a little bit scary, though. And Woodrow thought about it.
Well, hello. Just like saying hello. Maybe he can find them with the tendrils of the deep.
Trying to get a BKB charge.
Yeah, very easy with Tide. Just get in there on 5 heroes. Hope they pop it.
Right, exactly. So, like we said, very even game right now in terms of the net worth, but the game state, it feels like everywhere TA2000 go, people just die. And speaking of which, not quite quick enough on the Hex there. Taiga able to dodge away from the trouble.
BZM did swap up his build from not finishing the Octarine to actually getting this Blink Dagger, and they need that. The way that they need to fight is you blink in, you grab a guy, and you need to try and kill him, especially when Roche is, you know, starting to respawn from 50 seconds from now. You need to start talking about these win conditions, how you want to play the fight, and at the same time, Yuragi is going to have the Silver Edge. So if you can combine these two timings on the Tide, it could really break the next fight.
And of course, the biggest timing.
Which is that, the
drums of Schlom almost coming online.
Gonna Schlom all over them.
They got 400 more gold for the Beastmaster, and DM is going to be ready to go. I mean, in the Roche pit, that's a crazy amount of damage. If everybody's grouped together and you get all of the drum actives on them,
you're dealing a lot of damage, and you're healing at the same time.
Oh, yeah. And the other thing is that on this team for Ooredoo, not a single hero with BKBs. That's something to consider. They're going to take all of that damage.
Yeah, you only have the pipe. So there's going to be some type of, you know, help. But yeah, there's no BKB there. And there's going to be an even bigger timing later when you can double bongo as Chu skewing up the drums into the bongo boots himself. I feel like that was the real timing Tundra had in their game.
The bongo.
The double bongo.
Oh,
just start a band in the mid game.
Nobody knows what we're talking about anymore.
That's good. That's good enough.
Okay, sounds good.
We have 2 other people that kind of know, maybe.
That's fair.
Shout out to you 2 people out there.
Well, the Roche, 35 seconds till it's capable of respawning, as OG still splitting half of the map. And TA2000 does buy a BKB now. So that does solve some of those issues at the very least. But we'll have to watch and wait and see if indeed these fights go the way that they want. Also, an Aghanim Scepter being built for Disruptor, 1,200 gold away for the Disruptor Ags.
That's also very big. We've seen this so many times. I mean, this hero is just so good at all stages of the game. Always has something to play for, people to play with. So Omar just trying to make his way there as Schlom has been completed. And for OT, this next Roche fight, I hope that they're talking about buybacks, because if we look at how OG want to take the fight, said it before, they need to like blow everything on one guy, kill him, and try to keep the fight going. If you have buybacks, that is a big deal against that.
Okay, so one thing to keep in mind here, Ooredoo do not know about the drums yet. They don't know about this Beastmaster Aghanims. He's in a smoke, and they're heading on into this area. This is also the pivotal fight in terms of which way this game could go. If they get a good initiation off, it could be rough for them. Already popping that Wrath of Nature, but Ooredoo likewise, they are in an incredibly strong situation. Taiga up on the cliff, breaks the smoke there.
That's a really good ward.
Does he manage to get in there? Smoke broken on Noob. They catch vision for just a moment. And now backing away. Can OT find the right initiation on him? It looks like they won't quite be able to connect. They have a couple of really interesting wards too down here inside the Dire base. So they even see the Enchantress.
Yeah. I like this TP from Yuragi. When there is this standoff where Roche is up, you can use the fact that you're so global in Nature's Prophet, TP bottom, try to push in the lane, force some reactions, and then maybe take back your own jungle as OT. I think they know. You need to make a decision soon. Maybe you have a jump mid, because otherwise you soon have to go down bottom. They're already pinging it.
Thinking about that. They're heading down. Will send Omar, so no Static Storm in this potential fight. As the rest of the team grouping together.
Look at the ward they have.
Can they catch him? Getting vision, see everybody. DM thinks about going. TA2000, he's in the pit right now. They throw out the rocket flare. BZM revealed for a moment. Maybe they try and catch the Disruptor off guard on the other side. But no, they're just going to take the tier 1 tower. So continuing to take these objectives as Omar is stuck bottom.
These wards for OG are a big deal. I mean, even for both teams around this area. There's 4 wards around this Roach Pit. I would really like to see Yuragi buy out the Silver Edge because it gives you this next win condition in the fight where you then suddenly can kill the Tide first. I mean, he's holding a lot of gold, so, you know, you can spend some of it.
Yeah, he's ready to go with this one. And, of course, like we talked about, having this Nature's Prophet, it creates this other weird dynamic where Omar just has to stay down bottom. Now, that being said, he is farming up towards his Aghanim Scepter and almost has it done. And that could also make the difference in these fights.
Roche is up. OG do see it. They have a Hawk there.
Hook shot in. Looking for one. Lift after from Taiga. DM. Turns. Pops. Ravage though. Connects onto all of them. Where's the follow-up damage? They don't quite have enough yet. Taiga stolen hook shot. Backs away. They have Disruptor Aghanims. DM going to BKB. TP out. Manages to escape. But with Exorcism popped, OT, you got to imagine they're thinking about the pit.
Okay. Silver Edge has been purchased.
No Ravage.
Halfway Exo still.
DM got his BKB used. Omar has this Ags. They see it, though. Of course, with these wards in the area, they see everything that's going on OG. Can they come in and contest this? Roche down to about a 3rd HP. Taiga starts spamming things out. They find 1 kill, but that's going to be the song. What's the follow-up, though? Do they have any way to get out of this? They're going to find BZM. He is caught in trouble, but the lift out. Taiga, no! He's getting brought down low, but BZM able to survive through it. The save was there. Yuragi force-step to the other side. It's his BKB off, and there's the turnaround. OG find a couple more, but TA2000, does he do too much damage? Can Yuragi stand tall? Coyote finds him there to the side.
Roar.
Still the roar is there for the save. And OG, they're going to take this fight. They're going to take Roshan. What a rundown.
Another one.
The saves coming out from Taiga, and OG come out on top with no buybacks needed.
And another, just a classic DD. After you win the Roche fight, it spawns right there. Yuragi can easily take that. They can look for more dispel usage in these fights of how they saved each other. Continuous roars with the lifts out from Taiga as well. Beautiful.
And that is the danger, right? Of course, you've got this Song into Static Storm combo, but Rubik is still broken.
I mean, Taiga just showing why it's so damn good.
Oh, caught out of there. And then, of course, the Force Staff on the other side, right before that kinetic field gets up.
He barely gets off the BKB. So, like, look at how low HP they are when they continuously save each other.
Absolutely insane. And at the 37-minute mark, having taken that Aegis, and you see just the eventual beatdown that commenced, a triple kill for Yuragi. OG, they come out on top with this Aegis. Where does this leave us for Ooredoo Thunder? I mean, it still feels like they've got such great, strong heroes that are hard to bring down.
The problem is for them, it's maybe hard to kill their heroes, but their damage is starting to really taper off. Like, if we look at their items, it's very defensive. There's not so much damage coming out, whereas for OG, they are scaling so well. Yuragi has a DD bottled up for the next fight. He's going to finish up an AC. He has a Rapier queued up. I don't know if we're going to see that one come out. But yeah, OG scaling right now is crazy, and they just keep getting more answers, whereas OT, some of their item and hero timings, they're definitely falling off.
Maybe missed a couple of chances in there, and now with a 14,000 gold lead on OG after that last fight. Things have turned, and that is just what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, holy moly, man.
Your map is so hard to play now as OT, and that is even though you have the Naga. Every lane is getting pushed in. BZM he's smoked up. He has a refresher shard. Yeah, he does have a ninja gear, so he's always going to be smoked up. And whoever he drags in, that person's going to die, even the Tidehunter.
I mean, the sort of benefit, of course, of this Ooredoo Thunder lineup is that I feel like they punish mistakes really well with this Disruptor Aghanims, with this Naga Siren being able to sort of reset the fight potentially. But it does require OG to make a mistake. And to be fair, in these high-stakes matches, when emotions are going high...
they think it's real?
Oh, no.
They think it's real?
No, not like this. BZM gives the Avo Ratata. You're dead as the chase down is there. TA2000 going to TP away. They find and kill that Disruptor, and now looking for more. A hook shot comes on out from Taiga. A double kill for Yuragi. What a brilliant bait.
BZM doing them dirty. Gets 2 kills without even using Lasso. Now he still has 1 available, has a refresher shard. If you're OT, you better think twice about how you're defending this base, because this is not easy.
And Enchantress taking over the Naga Siren illusions, even helping to beat down these buildings. As OG look to close this at least early part out if they can take this set of racks here. Naga Siren can send out illusions as much as she wants, but this push is so hard to deal with.
You can even maybe go for a second set. No, you're so strong right now.
Absolutely. And Static Storm still on cooldown for 20 seconds. In that time, it is going to be a second set of racks going down. OG doing insane damage to Ooredoo.
21,000 gold lead now. DZM.
Well, thought about going for that one. A little bit scary. Might have to sacrifice one of his creeps on the way out of there.
Yeah, OT, they're going to need to make some really good plays right now. You have to use this Omar Aghanims to try and get kills, but don't overplay into buybacks either, because OG, they're so mobile on the heroes. If BZM dies, he might be able to travel back, getting himself a tome as well to get closer to 25. But I like that OT, they're setting themselves up for a potential fight. They're already warding around the area, and they're playing together.
I mean, that is the thing, as we take a look at the swing that we've experienced here, this Dota Plus win probability. If they do manage to, like, catch multiple heroes and not illusions in the Static Storm, it will just win them the fight. But that sort of requires OG to be out of position and in a bit of a tough situation. It's a really very hard game for Ooredoo Thunder at this point.
It is. They need to go in together at the same time, because if Kayori does like some solo hookshot in, you're going to get lifted by Taiga, or the guy's going to get saved. So that's not really going to work. Right now is the time where you talk about, okay, how do we actually take the next fight? Is it with buybacks? Do we need to smoke around? And for OG, it's pretty smooth sailing. Yuragi, you're in the front, you have Aegis for a little more, and the rest of us, we chill.
It almost feels as if like TA2000 is going to have to do some crazy like micro illusion play where he sends in like himself in one illusion and makes it look like a fake and then catch a song or something.
They need some creative stuff right now. You always do, especially when you're this far behind. I mean, this game just completely bing-bonged in the other way. Now OG, what, 24k gold lead? Making it look easy at this point.
All right, TA2000 actually doing that a little bit right now, sending out an illusion of himself.
The artist.
We'll see if he can find somebody. Now, okay, I thought he was going to go for it.
Oh, butterfly on Yuragi. Okay, for now that's going to be very good. I like it against the Naga. Naga's kind of full-slotted. Probably wants to buy a Bloodthorn later on, but for right now, pretty good itemization. Doesn't need the boots, right? Who needs boots? Boots is for noobs.
True. Well, and it's probably better than a rapier, which is the other thing.
That's also very good. I like that point. I'm glad he doesn't. He doesn't need it.
Oh, TA2000, he's doing it.
Oh,
sending illusions out, and there it is, the song. But it's not going to catch them both. He needs the reel in. You have to have it.
Reel him in.
Static Storm down onto DM, but the save is there, and the BKB turnaround roared up. If you only catch one, Taiga's going to be there to salvage
He's
it.
slamming them.
DM is slamming all over him as Whiter drops out that Ravage, seeing if they can bring down TA2000, stunned for a very long time. TM actually gets a little bit of separation, but finally goes down to Noob. Wait a minute, Ooredoo living through this. Maybe it might end up working. BCM gets pushed back by the Cogs. They do take down Noob as TA2000 able to separate and get out of there. Omar,
oh, he's just out.
barely able to escape, but with no DP, with no EXO, OG might finally have this last set of racks ready to go down.
I mean, they use all their spells. I think Yuragi can just stand his ground and laugh in their face. Chu is here, more drums.
Jumps
Tendrils.
in, catches onto
Hex.
one. The Hex for the follow-up, trying to bring down Yuragi. Obviously no Aegis at this point. Whiter finding control over him, but the turn and BZM, the burn down. Yuragi survives through at least that first salvo, and now as the rest of the team groups together, OG, they are going to take game number one, trying to go to the major.
Ooh, they really punch back in this game. I like that they were patient. You know, I was questioning, are they being too patient? What are they waiting for? But